Hey everybody, I'm David.
I'm Jess.
I'm the husband.
I'm the wife.
And we are married.
15 to life. I almost said 16, but...
Happy anniversary, baby. I got you on my mind.
As we're filming this, it's our anniversary.
Yay, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
My present to you is you get to record with me.
We're spending the day together, but
Yeah.
this is a lot, this is special that we can do this on our anniversary and talk to each other and sit down and...
Yep, typically my day off is another day of the week, and I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to switch those days, and I'm going to spend my anniversary with my baby.
Yeah, there's not been very many times, unless we're out of town, that we get to spend the day together, so...
Yeah, I wanted to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
How has your morning been so far?
It's been good. I'm on my second cup of coffee.
Oh, yay. Yeah, you've been we've been trying to make our way through. I left my cup way over there, so I'm just going to try to power through this episode without needing to drink. But yeah, it's been a fun morning for the most part. We've had a lot of, when it rains, it pours. We've had a lot of that lately, but sometimes the only way through it is a hallelujah.
Yeah, it's all just little stuff.
That's been my song the last few days since you sent that to me.
Bills, car issues, all that
medical
stuff.
issues.
How many medical bills? Thankfully, we don't really have many medical issues.
Yeah. Well, and thankfully, I was in my prayer time, and the Lord spoke to me and said, if you were doing everything wrong, then you wouldn't have any adversity.
That's true.
If you're doing stuff right, that's why you're getting pushback.
Yeah.
So,
And, just stuff happens.
yeah.
Stuff happens.
Life happens. And
how many bills and car stuff and health stuff have we had in 16 years? Quite a few.
Yep. And like REO Speedwagon said, you got to roll with the changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is what we're going to do. Absolutely. Okay. What's the episode about today, honey? Since it's our anniversary, so she gets to pick.
We were trying to decide what to talk about because last week we did our wedding, but it's our anniversary. So I found this list of fun couple/wedding, not necessarily wedding questions, but about our relationship.
Yeah.
So David I haven't even looked through them really. I just saw the list. It's from marriage.com.
I like having fun with you, and I'm a big proponent of marriage.
So you might get some, interesting insight into our relationship today.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So
do you already have them? You have them highlighted which ones you want to do?
No, I'm just going to go.
Okay, well you just pick them.
And we'll just do it as long as we can. There's 73 plus. We're not doing that many.
Okay, I'm looking at the clock right now. We're going to go 40 minutes. Let's do this.
That's it?
Well, I mean,
okay, we'll see.
At least, yeah.
Because we don't just have to answer the question. You can expound upon it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
We'll just do as many as we can.
So in each question, I'll ask it, and then you can answer, then I can answer, or vice versa. Okay. The first one, what was your first impression of each other?
Well, we hadn't met. So
you could do from the first time you saw me or not, or the first time we talked on the phone, whichever one.
Well, you smiled at me first, so you go first.
I don't want to do an impression just of your picture. That doesn't seem...
Well, that's all we had.
No, I mean, we can say what was your impression the first time we met in person, if you want, or the first time we talked on the phone.
I've already said to y'all what Holy Spirit said to me, so I knew what the impression was.
What was your impression?
I've hit the jackpot. That was my impression.
I don't know. To me, impression is more than just oh, I know this person is, I remember feeling I
was glad you matched your picture. That was great.
I just remember thinking you just seemed like a really nice guy, which is what I was looking for.
Nice guys finish last.
No, they don't. That's the stupidest saying. I hate that saying.
And I'm kidding. Nice guys don't finish last. They finish well. That's the real saying.
I wanted a nice guy that I knew would be a good husband, a good father. These people that look for relationships that are just why would you want a bad person? Why would you want someone that's selfish? Yeah. Why would you want someone
you're going to pay for that?
Puts others, last on the list. And so I was always looking for someone that I knew would be a good husband and father. That was my top priority. Of course, loves the Lord. That goes without saying. But I just remember thinking wow, he just seems like a really nice person. And then when we met, I remember just the way you took care of me, that always just really stuck out to me.
How am I doing?
You're doing really good, except for you have no impression of me.
I just told you my impression. I wanted a woman who loved the Lord. I wanted a woman who I felt like I could have a decent conversation with.
And we definitely could do that.
Yeah,
we talked for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, we've talked for hours and hours. I definitely love a woman that isn't trying to keep me from being me. That was the thing that I really need. I needed a support system because I know who I am and I know what I'm supposed to be. And so I need someone that'll come behind me and keep me between the lines. But at the same time,
But I like that too, like in the reverse for both of us. We didn't want to just, I didn't want somebody that just told me everything that I wanted to hear and vice versa.
Of course.
Like we have no problem being like, what? I don't agree with that, you know, and respectfully.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of communication is, because I know a lot of people who are like, oh, they hung the moon, you know, and I agree with every single thing they say. And I think being able to disagree and to have different opinions.
we know how to do that.
We don't disagree about much, but work through it together. I think that just helps so much because you're going to come across in your life, you're going to come across disagreements.
Yes, there's going to be moments when the rubs happen. And it's just going to happen.
And how are you going to handle that?
Yep.
Okay.
Number 2.
What was your favorite memory of your wedding day?
We already talked about that.
What's your favorite memory of the whole day?
That was it.
What?
Singing to you.
Singing.
Yes. That moment is frozen in time for me. It always will be.
I have like a few favorite memories. The memory of our actual wedding ceremony, that was my favorite too.
Yeah.
Of the wedding day though, I just think like, for one, when they pronounced us.
Yeah, now it's
because I
real.
remember being like, "Oh my gosh, we're actually married."
It's legal. It's binding.
And then when we left our reception and we were in the car, I just remember being like, "This is seriously like the start of our life."
Yep.
You know, like
Yep.
that was really special to me.
That was a big deal.
What was your favorite part of our wedding reception?
Oh, leaving.
David, you liked it.
I did like it, but I loved the classic scene of getting in the car, just married, driving off. It was real
To me, like just having so many of our friends and family together, that was so special.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, because we at least for me, a lot of my family doesn't live very close together, and to have them all, as many, I mean, a lot of people couldn't make it, but as many as we did have, and then have so many of your family and like the way they all interacted with each other. Yeah. Okay. If you could relive any moment of your relationship, what would it be? If you could go back in time and do it, like not do it over, but just
I was about to say, are we reliving it to do it exactly the same way again?
That's how I read it. Like if you could just like when I think about our kids, this isn't it, but just for an example.
Let's go back and do that again.
I would love to go back and just hold them as a newborn again. That would be my one for the kids.
Well, your primary function is a mom. So.
I know that's what I mean. If I was going to answer this as a mom, but if we're answering this about each other, what was your favorite? What would you want to do again?
You start this time.
Man, that's a really hard one. I would just like to go back to a random Friday night when we were just newly married.
Yeah.
And we could just go on a date night. We could just sleep in and literally, not that we don't have those times now when parents are watching our kids or whatever, but we were so like carefree.
Yes, we were.
We didn't have a care in the world.
We just enjoyed being married.
And like, and I wouldn't change our kids for anything. I'm not saying
never.
that. But just for one night to be able to like, because now even when we're without our kids, they're always in our
back
brain,
of our minds,
worrying about them and stuff. I just wish that I was able to enjoy that time more and appreciate it more.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree. I was actually thinking the same thing. But just the moments of where we didn't have to worry about a clock or bedtimes or who's getting fed or did everybody get their medicine? Did everybody get a bath? Yeah. You know, we can't be out too late because we got to make sure the kids are in bed because they got school tomorrow.
I remember like the weekends that we would just seriously watch Netflix all day.
All day.
You just watch a whole series of something.
Yeah, all we had was my work schedule and our church schedule. All the other time was our time to do what we wanted.
I know. And it's so crazy to think about it. It seems like just a lifetime ago because so much has changed. Like, and I remember like we were waiting on Nate forever to be born, you know, and I remember thinking like, man, when he is born, everything is going to change. Yeah. Because you don't just worry about each other anymore. You're now responsible for a new life, living, creating, staying alive. Oh my gosh. Staying alive. Okay, here's this one. This one's we may have to think about for a second. What's the most surprising thing you've learned about each other? Surprising thing. That's a hard one.
That's different because the stuff that I'm never surprised by anything you do because I've always known it's in there. I've never been surprised by any of that.
But just like
my biggest surprise is that you actually do it. That's the truth.
Do what?
anything that's in you that you don't think you can do. So it's always a surprise to me when you're like, hey, can I speak on Mother's Day? Hallelujah. I've known it's been in there for 15 years. Finally, get out.
You're surprised that I figure it out.
I'm surprised. I'm always very surprised when finally you're like, okay, I want to do this with no pressure or motivation from me.
Seriously, I tell him that Lucy's the same way. Yeah. We have to make up the decision for ourselves.
It's got to be your idea.
Because if you had come to me and been like, I want you to speak at church, I would have been like, no, I can't do that. But if I feel like God's told me to do something, and
yeah, you'll do it.
My phone is going to keep timing me out because I'm on low battery. I turned it off, but now that I'm on low battery,
take it off low power mode.
Oh, I will. For you, I don't know much that surprises me because I knew what kind of man you were when I married you. But the thing that makes me just feel proud of you the most is when the hard worker that you are. It's not surprising, but it's just so attractive to see. Like the times that you've delivered pizzas, the times that you've, taken second jobs, the times you go above and beyond what I feel like you should have to do. Mm-hmm. And you just are so selfless in that. I'm not surprised by it, but it's very admirable to me. It's super admirable.
Yay.
So
I'm always happy I can make my wife proud of me.
You make me very proud. Okay, it's related.
Anything that gets the eyebrows raised from you, that's most important to me.
And like when we would be moving, like for the different apartments, like y'all, David, he doesn't stop. Like you would be unloading the car over and over and unloading the truck. And like, I know you were being exhausted, but you would just keep going because you knew it had to be done. And that was always so attractive.
As long as I know you're going to feed me and I'm going to be able to lay down next to you at the end of the day, I'm happy.
Okay. What is your partner's most endearing quirk?
Quirk. Oh, Lord.
I'm quirky, so this should
You're very quirky.
Be hard.
You're very quirky.
You're not quirky very much, so I don't know what your most endearing quirk would be.
Okay. Full. Y'all can hate me all you want to. Quirks are not endearing to me. Quirks are not endearing to me.
And I just said that I'm super quirky, and he's like, quirks are not endearing.
Because to me, if someone tells me you're quirky in that way, then my mission is, okay, I need to fix that.
I think quirks are cool. To me, quirks are just something that's unique about you.
Okay, so it
doesn't have to be negative quirks.
So it's not a bad habit or a irritant. Okay.
No, it's just something that's like endearing, like, something that's quirky to me isn't bad.
Okay, then let me just change my definition.
Okay.
Then. Okay, so something unique about you that's endearing to me. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I will go first.
Okay, go ahead. Let me think.
This to me, I don't know, a lot of people are this. It may not be super quirky, but it's quirky to me because I'm not this way. David's passion and like these, what do you call it when you just like a dog with a bone? Like
tenacity.
Yeah, but like when you get on these, they are quirks. Like your new thing is to play Sims all the time, like and
those are called kicks.
Kicks. Okay, kicks.
Yeah.
David's very kicky about stuff. Like he will go 90 to nothing when he finds something new. And then it's so funny because you'll be doing this new kick and then you drop it like that.
Yeah. It's
so funny.
It's a processing thing. It's a chance to escape into something else that's not my real life.
But then you gotta get over it and then you drop it.
Because then I realize, hey, real life needs you right now.
I mean, I'm kind of like that too. Like right now I'm in the sourdough kick.
Yes, you are.
But my whole prayer with kicks is I want this to become not a kick. Like I want to stick with it and this to be my new identity. I make sourdough bread.
You want to be blessed, Jess, the sourdough maker.
I want people to be like, man, her bread is so good. I wish she would make me some.
It already is.
I don't make bread.
Anything you make is good.
I know, but to me, like, I like kicks that are like a challenge, Mm-hmm. Like I want, like with reading, like I have to make it like, I want to read 100 books. Like to me, like those challenges are what kind of drives the kicks for me. And for you just kind of power through them until you get sick of them.
Yeah.
You drop them. I think it's cute.
Sometimes they come back around.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, in terms of video games, it's always going to be a part of my life because I just love them so much. But the thing, you have to find balance. They can't rule you.
Hey, I've been playing this one cooking game for like a year and a half.
Oh, yeah, you have.
But what I like about it is you can't just play it forever. Like you have so many lives, and then when you're done, you're timed out for like 6 hours.
Right.
So to me, like it's a good balance of I can't be sucked into there for hours,
Yeah.
That helps me.
Yeah. See, this is weird because the stuff about you, maybe I just live with you for so long. The stuff about you is just you. I don't consider it cool.
Like how I don't like spoons
To me,
or birds.
that's not a quirk. That's an irrational fear. That's not a quirk.
Or I don't like dates that end in odd numbers.
That's not a quirk.
That's quirky.
Okay.
That's quirky.
All right, I'll pick that one.
Why is that endearing?
Because it's funny. It's never going to not be funny.
Okay, if you could travel back in time and give your newlywed selves one piece of advice, what would it be?
Chill the heck out.
Yeah, me too.
Chill the heck out.
Enjoy this.
Yes.
Don't rush through it.
Yep.
Yeah, because I knew that we wanted kids like fairly quickly.
Don't rush it.
And I didn't want them like the first year or anything, but I remember thinking like the whole time our first year or two, I remember thinking like, oh, when can we start having kids? Like it was just always in the back of my mind.
You were in mom mode from day one.
I knew I wanted kids so bad, but I was always so worried. Like, what if it's hard for us to get pregnant? And so.
Well, then when you miscarried, you're like, this can't happen again. We got to have kids.
Well, it wasn't that I was like, I was praying to God it wouldn't happen again, but it was just like.
Thankfully, I don't think it ever has.
No, not that I know of. But it was just like this thing of I've lost something so important to me. Now I definitely want to try again. But I just wish like as a newlywed that we were able to chill and just be like, let's enjoy this time because like we said, you never get it back.
No.
Ever. Even when the kids are out of the house, they're still going to be a huge priority.
You get your life back, but you don't have your youth back. You don't have your
That's
energy
true.
back.
And our kids are always going to be top priority, whether they live in our house or not.
Absolutely.
You're always checking on them. You're always thinking about them. At least I know we will.
Your parents are. My parents raised me to get out of there.
They check on us.
They text you to ask about me. That's what's funny about this.
That is the difference between men and women, though, because my brothers are the same way.
Yeah.
It's just we're more social people.
Yeah.
Okay. What song best represents your relationship?
Faithfully by Journey. That's why it's my ringtone. It's absolutely that song. The lyrics of that song talk about the ride and talk about how sometimes it's crazy and sometimes you're separate, sometimes you're together. And when you are together, you make the most of it. But regardless of whether I'm next to you or 5,000 miles away from you, I'm forever yours faithfully. That's our song. I'm mad at it, know it at our wedding. I didn't fall in love with Journey until like 5 years into marriage with you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I knew about Don't Stop Believing and songs like that, but I never heard Faithfully. When I heard it, I'm like, this is us. This is ministry.
I like that song, but I don't know if I have I don't relate to songs like that. Like I can't just pull a song out of my memory and be that's it.
Well, I mean, our song that I wrote for you is also.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But yeah, This Is Love doesn't have to be our song.
Yeah.
It just is because I wrote it for you. But.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of songs I like, but I don't know if that I can think of one that sums up our relationship or whatever.
How about Dashboard Light?
Car, yeah. Like, what's a song that's like the struggle of just day to day life? I don't know.
Yeah,
but that's like
Life is a Highway.
Yeah, that's the thing about marriage, though, that so many people get wrong is that when you get married, you don't just go live happily ever after and everything's perfect.
No,
and that's why I think the divorce rate is so high and everything because people think it's supposed to be this fairy tale.
Right.
And our marriage has been amazing and it's been one of the most amazing blessings of our life.
And not to get on a soapbox, but that's why a lot of couples, unfortunately, because the Bible does not approve of this and the Bible does not want you to do this, but this is why a lot of couples cohabitate before they get married. Because they're like, if we can't get along living together, we're definitely not going to get along if we marry each other. And so, I mean, again, I don't agree with that. I believe that you need to stay separate and not do anything physical or not do anything spiritual entanglement until you actually get married and commit to each other for life. But that's why a lot of couples do that because they're like, what's the point of making this legal and making us have to be tied into each other's lives so distinctly if just by being together for 6 months or a year, we realize we don't like each other.
Well, I think too, like it's this mentality that we have, maybe it's just a girl's mentality, but I think men have it too. Like that happily ever after fairy tale, the end goal is marriage, So like we achieve marriage and it's all up from there, as opposed to realizing that marriage is just the starting point. The I do day is just the starting point.
Yeah.
And every day we're growing together. There's no like perfect, relationship that's you've arrived. You know,
I mean, what's the running joke? A woman is worried about her future until she gets a husband. A man is never worried about his future until he gets a wife.
well, like, yeah, so many people, like we've said this before, but so many people put so much money and time and all this energy into planning their wedding. And I think weddings are important. We loved having a big wedding and everything, but it's a day.
Yeah.
Your wedding is one day. And your marriage, hopefully, is forever.
Yes.
Until the death do you part, you know?
That's where more of the investment needs to be made.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah. Okay. What is the most adventurous thing you've done together? Move around the country 500 times.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely been an adventure. I was talking to one of Lucy's friends just yesterday about, she said, how many places has Lucy lived? And so we were counting them out. And I was like, Lucy, you've lived in 5 different states in your life. And she was really proud of that.
Yeah.
And I was too. Like, you guys are going to be so well-rounded.
Yes.
I know it's been hard. It's been hard on us. It's been hard on our kids. But look at all the people that we've met.
Yeah.
The relationships we've met. We have friends all over the country. And for so long, I looked at it as such a negative in our life. Like, oh man, we've had to go through so much.
Because it was such an opposite of what we had.
And it was, like our desire was to have what we had.
Which was the same house for 20 plus years.
Right. And I still want that. But at the same time, there is a definite plus to living different places, experiencing different places. Like we have truly loved everywhere we've been, every city we've lived in. We've met wonderful people. Our kids are so resilient. And I think a lot of that, I mean, God works everything for good. We know that. But that's definitely the most adventurous. In terms of just like an adventurous activity, I would say swimming with dolphins. That was fun.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, that was fun. Okay. What's the secret to a happy marriage according to you?
Keep Christ in the center of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And always put the other person before yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just going off the fact of that at the time of this recording, he's recently passed away. But when Erica Kirk said that every single Saturday, Charlie would ask her the same question, how can I serve you better this next week? Mm-hmm. And I think you and I kind of asked that subliminally, but I do think we have. I think especially in the
we are trying to always think of things we can do for the other person.
Well, it's not even that. It's the first 10 years of marriage, especially when you start having kids. You're literally hanging on, trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
And now that we've kind of, I don't want to say gotten boring, but I think we've settled into who we are and we're comfortable with each other to where we know, other than killing someone, there's not much Jessica could do to make me actually consider, divorcing her. So there's a level of commitment now that has settled into where we know we're going to be able to make it for life. And at that point, we're like, okay, well, if I'm going to be with this person for the rest of my life, then I need to just do everything I can to make sure that our relationship is as good as it possibly can be. And so in order to do that, you don't wait until things break down to try to fix things.
Yeah.
So you constantly check in and go, hey, I know you've had a lot going on this week. Is there anything I can do for you? And just to follow up, and that's physically, that's emotionally, that's socially, that's spiritually. I always try to check in with her and go, hey, how's this going in your life? And then I always try to make sure if we don't actually get to grab hands and pray for each other, I'm praying for her every single day, and I know she's praying for me. So it's just finding that commitment to each other to be like, yes, I live in my body and I've got my own needs and I've got my own things that are distracting me right now, but I got to make sure I do my best to remember when you become married, you become second.
Well, and the hardest part for me has been, that was always really easy for me to do. And then we had kids. And now suddenly
I'm third on the list.
It's just like trying to juggle everything, Yeah. You've got 3 kids that you're trying to do everything for. And I know that you understand that.
Yeah.
And so like mentally trying to be aware of that and go, I don't want to not think of things to do for him because I'm so busy. And so that just takes not that I'm super great at it, but that just takes being intentional.
Well, no, you got 3 kids at 3 different stages of life. So, and one has special needs. So there's a whole other category of needs he's going to have.
And that goes for both of us, and we both put our kids so.
Well, and that's honestly been the one thing that I don't know if this question's ever gonna come up, but we are both so good at prioritizing others.
Yeah.
That we will take care of checking in. I'm on my way home. Do you need anything? You make you lunch. blah, blah, blah. And then what does Nate need? What does Lucy need? What does Mark need? What does Layla need? You know, we go through all of that. And then it's like at bare last, we forget to look at each other and go, what do we need?
Yeah.
And
well, that's the thing, like learning to put our relationship on the list. Because I'm really good about putting you on the list and trying to do things for you. But then it feels almost selfish to go, hey, we need to go spend money on a date night.
Yeah.
We need to go. But again, like that's important.
Yep.
And so that's been the hardest part for me. Like it's easy for me to try to put you first. But then when I'm included in that.
And it's even the little things that, and you have to be careful how you handle those ones. But there's times I'll be sitting on the couch and she'll be doing stuff and I'm like, just come sit with me.
Yeah.
Because I know her primary love language is quality time. And so I'm trying to give her a little bit of time. But in that moment, her acts of service is in full drive. And she's like, I've got to get this stuff done. I don't want to sit down. And I'm like,
in the middle of dinner and laundry and
I'm like, I'm trying to give you it out here. Even if it's for 5 minutes, I'm trying to give you something here.
Yeah,
so
it's hard. It's hard. It is really hard when you feel like you're pulled in so many different directions.
But no, what I'm saying is it's hard for both of us to go, hold on a second. He's not doing this to get me away from my task. He's doing this.
I know
so,
that.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm just saying, I think it's hard for both of us sometimes to, because the day goes by. I feel like, man, another day's already passed, you know, and it's just
it's 9 o'clock and you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could plan a dream vacation together, where would you go?
I'd take you on a cruise in the Mediterranean.
That'd be so fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be so fun to see.
See Italy, the south of France, Spain.
We know it's going to be a cruise.
Oh, yeah.
We love cruising.
Yeah.
We love cruising. What is your favorite meal that I cook? That's hard, huh?
That's way too hard.
If you had to pick.
Oh, come on. That's too hard. That's too hard. I can't.
Okay, give me your top 3.
I can try to do that. Of course, your lasagna is in the top 3 because I love the way you make it.
Hey, did you like that lasagna soup I made?
I did. That was good. It tasted like a lasagna you just didn't let sit. It was really good.
I love that. That was so easy.
That was great. I love that. I love your chicken tortilla soup or taco soup, whichever variation of it. That's always going to be comfort food to me. And then, just for nostalgia, your Cajun chicken.
Cajun chicken pasta?
Yes.
I used to make that for David when we were like, I don't know, maybe not even married yet.
Yeah.
First married.
Because you were trying to replicate Red Lobster.
Yeah.
And because that was my favorite thing from there.
Yeah.
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 And it was so good. I know it was probably just out of your wheelhouse, but your jambalaya was great. I want you to bring it back. I love jambalaya.
Okay. What's your favorite way to spend quality time together?
Doing stuff like this.
Yeah, it is. Like just talking and hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think again, quality time, but it doesn't have to be.
Going to a movie is not quality time because you're focused on the movie, not each other.
And it doesn't have to be anything like super, crazy. Just being together, being friends. Yeah,
because it's difficult because you're not a gamer. And honestly, you like board games, but not as much as me and the kids do. And so and the stuff you really like that's quality time is the stuff I don't like to do. I don't like just walking.
I know. I wish we were both like really good. Like we both like that because that'd be so good for us.
Yeah. But one thing we both love to do is sit and talk.
Yeah.
And we're good at that. So.
Okay. That's probably mine too. Just to be together, just doing anything. Like I like when we go to the grocery store, like anytime we can get away, just the two of us. And now that the kids are in school, it's easier. I remember
when Pastor Matt asked me that on the podcast I did for the Refuge Church podcast when I did my episode, and he said, what do you do as a family to really make things exciting or whatever? And I said, one thing that Jess and I are good at is we try to take anything mundane and find the fun in it.
Yeah.
And I think we do. Shopping. Who wants to go shopping for groceries? Well, we do, and we like talking about it.
We used to do that when we were dating.
Yeah.
We would go grocery shopping together.
Yeah. If there's a way to, as you're cleaning the house, make it fun, crank the music up, dance around. Anything you can do with the kids to make it not a chore, to make it fun.
Who is more likely to win in a game of trivia?
Me.
Depends on what the trivia is about, is what I would say.
I think I know more random stuff than you do.
I think I know more pop culture than you.
Oh, yeah. But I know more random facts than you do, though.
Probably. But just, again, we're very different in terms of our
If both of us were playing Jeopardy, the categories that are chosen would make every difference in the world.
Yeah, like history, him, music, you. But literature, me.
Yes.
So science, probably me. Depending on what it is. Medical stuff, me. Yeah. More
astrophysics, me.
So we're very
Animal Kingdom, me.
They say opposites attract. We are alike in a lot of ways, but our interests are very different.
Pop culture, you definitely have more of a clue on that than I know.
I'm like, David, You don't know who that is?
And I'm like, I don't want to know who that is.
Who Nate Bargatze was. I'm like, what? He's the best comedian. I love him so much. He's so clean. Who?
I don't watch a lot of
I'm like, I don't necessarily go and watch a lot of stuff either. I'm just like aware in culture. Like I just see stuff.
Yeah.
But women are probably more observant.
Yeah.
What's the most memorable anniversary gift you've given or received? To me, the anniversary stuff, the most special to me is just the trips we get to take together.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we've been on 2 anniversary cruises and we went to Branson one time and then we went to
Gatlinburg.
Yeah, Gatlinburg. I think it was a little after our anniversary. Yeah, but before that.
But we did that as an anniversary trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's just nice to be able to
That's what we love to do.
That's what we do. We don't really do big anniversary gifts.
No, we don't buy each other cars or, I don't have 500 roses decorating the room. Because here's the thing. Jessica does love gifts, but Jessica is so pragmatic and practical. David, you spent $500 on 500 roses. I could have done something with.
If you ever spent $500 on roses, I'd be like, just give me the $500.
That's what I'm saying. And I love that about you.
Usually if I do anything, I'll like make you your favorite dinner.
Because you debunk all the stupid movie stuff of it. If you want to know a man loves you, he does this big grand gesture. No, actually, if a man knows you and knows what you love. One of my love
languages is gifts. And I think gifts gets a bad rap because when I say gifts, I don't mean buy me something expensive.
Correct.
To me, like a gift is like, hey, I was at the store and I saw this little tiny figurine or whatever. And I just thought of you. And to me, that's what's special. It's the thought that you were out, you saw something and you thought of me to get it.
Yeah.
It's not about like, oh, I bought you this new piece of jewelry. Like that doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
It's not my very top gift, but it's it's gone up there.
Agreed.
Okay. I don't know if I have one of these, but what's the best piece of advice you've received from a married friend or family member? Do you have one? To me, like I was just modeled really good relationships more than like told advice. So like watching my parents, watching my grandparents, like marriage just being so important and the communication and the, mutual respect was kind of modeled for me. I wouldn't say like I can't think of like one piece of advice. It was more like the actions.
I would probably say from a pastor mentor of mine, the best way to protect her is to pray for her. Because a lot of times men, we think that God has put us in this place which I have a very bad habit of, and Jessica will tell you, if something is causing disunity or chaos or some kid won't stop whining or, these two are going at each other's throats over a stupid Roblox game or something like that, my instinct is to immediately step in and shut it down because I want harmony in the house and I don't want this stuff. And sometimes the best way to shut stuff down is put it in God's hands and just pray. Yeah. And just let that happen and try to be the calmer thing in the room. And I forgot who was that said, whatever happened to the even keeled, low key, more reserved men? Why are men so emotional and whatever? And so for the longest time, I thought there was something wrong with me because my instinct is to be more loud and more emotional. But
that's just your personality.
That's my personality. So for me, it's literally trying to find that switch of almost going into, they're not going to kill each other. Everything's okay in there. But I don't want to I don't want to retreat into a bubble and not be available to help you. And I also don't want my kids to think what they're doing is okay.
Well, I get that because like for me, when we first got married, and I still struggle with this, honestly. If I see something that I think you're doing wrong or you're not seeing right, or, hey, God, I wish he would see this. Like, he should see that this isn't really, I just don't agree with something small, but something like that. My first instinct is to tell you about it.
Yes, it is.
You really shouldn't think that or look at that or say that or whatever it was. And instead, God is showing me, like, just pray. Like, God can do more. Yes. Intervention and like, hey, I know that this situation that he's got to make the decision. You don't have to shout your opinion at what decision he should make. Pray and let me influence the correct decision.
Absolutely. Because you know that I seek God for everything.
Absolutely. And I know like that's going to help because instead of you looking at me like she's trying to tell me what to do,
And that's been the answer for you. There's like so many times that I've said, I'm so glad Jess took a step forward in this, like speaking in front of people or being more laid back about things or finding ways to let me take the lead and be the husband I'm supposed to be and be the leader in the family I'm supposed to be and not be as whatever, like she just talked about. All that came from me being frustrated about it. And the Lord said, give it to me.
Yeah.
Give it to me. I can work on her better than you can.
And it comes to me because I was watching a pastor's wife, very popular. I'm not going to say who it was, but a very popular one. Like the pastor's popular. She's the wife.
Right.
And she was talking about this, like how she, saw a few things in her husband that she was not anything major, but just like, I wish that you would see it like this. And she told him, and he kind of just brushed her off, like, let me do my thing. And she was really upset about it. And so she said they were getting on a flight and she just started praying about it. God, you see what you see my heart. I'm, just interceded for him. And she said they got off the plane. And this had been like a long time since she had talked to him about it before. It wasn't like they just had the conversation.
Right.
And he came to her and said, you know what? I was just praying about that. And I think this is how God wants me to handle it. And like totally what she was praying about.
Absolutely.
And so God can do that. And
or as you're praying about it, God will reveal to you, you're the one that needs to fix it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think for me though, like I always think, well, I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to help you see like my side and like try to help you from not seeing something, or especially like in the ministry, I'm always wanting to like anticipate problems so I can help you.
Right.
And I think sometimes that's fine, but sometimes.
But it's all in how you do it.
It is. And it's also, even if it's something that I think you should know, I don't always have to be the one to say it. I can let God do that.
Yeah. It's
hard. That's a hard one.
It's important. I mean, it's most misquoted scripture. Wives, submit to your husbands as is fitting to the Lord. Submit does not mean become a slave or become his walk mat. Submit means come into alignment with him as your leader and as the head of the house. The woman is the heart of the house, and that should be that way. Jessica, without question, is the heart of our home, and the reason our home feels the way it feels when you come into our house is because of her, because she is the heart of the house. I am the head, and coming into alignment and submission about that is finding that role at my side, equal with me. Women are equal, but not same. Finding that equality with me and finding that role with me, but then at the same time as a part of that, being like, as is fitting to the Lord. If you say, I submit to God, but don't submit to your husband, God says, I don't hold you. I don't hold you to that because you're not lining that up. Well, husbands, then love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself for it. What did he do? He washed the feet of his disciples. He made sure his disciples were fed. He made sure his disciples were clothed. He protected them. He provided for them. He made sure they were empowered. He made sure that they knew that he had given his life for them. And when he left them in charge and said, it's y'all's thing now, take it and make disciples of all nations, they were able to step up and do more than they thought they could do and more than they knew was in them because the head, the one who loved them so much, had enabled them to do that. Your wife and your children, men, should feel super able to do above and beyond than they thought they could do because the man is able to lead and empower them into greatness and take them into places where they feel secure, they feel like they can do more, they feel like we are confident in our dad and in my husband. I know that our family's going to be okay because he's in charge.
And I think it goes back to a lot of women feel like they have to step up because their man isn't.
Oh, if I could kill the feminist movement with a knife, I would. But
what I'm saying though is like there's fault on both sides because some men want to lord over their wives.
Yes, and those men who are insecure and need to check themselves.
Some women have weak husbands who don't stand up for their faith, who don't stand up and provide, and so they have to stand up and be like super strong.
Or they're lazy and need to learn how to work.
So realizing that the roles God gave are for a reason.
And when they're operated incorrectly, it flourishes. There's no better way to do it.
But when it's operated incorrectly, that's when you have issues.
And if you're a good husband, you should take advantage of your wife's strengths. I'm so thankful that Jessica can look at a Kroger and a Target and a Walmart and an Aldi and be like, and I got $100 and I'm about to get $600 worth of stuff. Watch this. I praise the Lord for that because most women are like, if it ain't Gucci, I ain't getting it. Well, you're also going to be in debt.
I don't know women like that. So
Well, there are a bunch.
they're not my friends.
They're a
All my
bunch.
friends like the cheap stuff.
They're my friends.
Are you saying all I'm good for is grocery shopping?
I'm saying.
I'm just kidding.
I'm saying.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm saying you have a ton of strengths,
I know.
and it would be stupid of me to negate those strengths and not let you be you.
Yeah.
So keep being you.
What do you love most about growing old together? Okay, I'll tell you mine. I love that we get to experience new things at the same time. Like right now we're experiencing
Like losing my hair.
right now we're experiencing like having a teenager for the first time. You know, and like all these different new stages of life.
Yeah.
We're experiencing them at the same time, and so we understand each other.
Yeah.
Like nobody else knows what it's like to parent a 13-year-old Nate.
Nope.
You know, besides the two of us, and so
Nope.
it's just
As a matter of fact.
As a matter of fact, I did. And Nate is so funny, y'all. The stuff he says.
The letter he wrote to
I
his
skipped this
teacher.
one. I skipped this one that said, "What's your favorite inside joke?" Because I was like, I don't know if we really have any. But
Nate's jokes are our inside jokes.
The way he says stuff. If we
Yes.
ask him, like, what did you really do? He will not lie. He will
No,
tell the truth.
no.
So if we're asking
Nate,
him,
did you say something inappropriate in your class? As a matter of fact, I did.
oh my gosh, okay.
Yep.
Anyway, he doesn't mean to say inappropriate stuff. He just repeats things.
Yes.
Like he doesn't have that filter of, I heard
Yes.
this, but I really shouldn't say it.
This was on YouTube. It was said there was a laugh track behind it. This must be funny. I'm going to say it and hear laughter.
But then when you ask him, did you say it? As a matter of fact, I did.
Yes. He's so matter of fact.
What's your favorite thing about growing old?
My favorite thing about growing old? Experiencing the seasons of life together, but also truly just really stepping more and more into all that God has prepared for us. That's the thing that always excites me is there's going to be so many married couples that we're going to get to pour into. There's going to be so many women you're going to get to pour into, men I'm going to get to pour into. I'm looking for, I don't know how we're going to do it. I really want to figure out how to do it with you. I want to team teach with you so bad.
I know we've
got to
figure out the right
because
time.
you and I doing this together on a stage in front of people where people can sit back and
Hey,
go.
that actually goes really good into the next
Okay, let's do it.
question.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
What's
that.
a goal that you want to achieve as a couple this year?
Okay, so in the next year of marriage or the next year 2026?
In the next year of marriage.
Next year of marriage? That. I want to step more into leading together. Forever it's been Pastor David and his wife Jessica. I am ready for people to go Pastor Jessica.
Oh Lord, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
I am, because you are. You pastor these people as much as I do.
I know.
And you're not Sister Jessica, you're Pastor Jessica. You are.
I know, but like I don't feel super qualified, you know?
Qualified does not mean jack. God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. You know that.
I know.
And you're called to be at my side, which means you're called to be a pastor.
I know, but I don't know. Like I always feel like if I step into that, I'm somehow not going to be able to operate as a mother as effectively. You know what I mean?
Honey, you are the mother of this church.
I know, but what I'm saying is my first calling and my first responsibility is to our children.
Exactly.
So
You're just extending more to other children.
I know,
That's
but
all
I
it
don't
is.
want our children to suffer
They
for that.
won't suffer for it. They're gonna thrive.
If you could switch roles for a day, what would your partner's day look like? This is a good one.
I would sleep so much.
Excuse me. You're switching jobs with me.
I would sleep so much. I'm just kidding.
I don't sleep so much.
I'm just kidding.
Is that what you think I do all day?
Yep. No, I'm just kidding. No, I know you don't do that all day. You do it. You do it when you do it because you're exhausted.
I wish I got to do it more. David, his days are always so different, and I would honestly hate switching lives with you. He goes to work, he's in meetings, he's prepping for Sunday, he's doing all kinds of stuff. He's back and forth between campuses, and that would be my day, just driving around different campuses, different meetings. And I would honestly hate it.
Yep.
What would your day look like?
I don't want to switch either.
You just said I would get to sleep all the time. Tell them what I do every day so they don't think that.
I was kidding.
know.
She does so many things every day, but she does them all inside one house usually. So
Yeah, I mean, I usually get out at least once a day doing something, going to some store. Or
I'm a homebody for a weekend. After 2-3 days in
I love being at home.
I can't. After 2-3 days of being in the house, I got to get out.
I love being at home.
I got to get out. I got to do something else.
Okay. Trying to find another good one.
Yeah, we've got.
What's your favorite tradition as a couple?
Just as a couple?
I guess. Do we have a tradition?
I don't think we have a lot of couples traditions.
We need to have some traditions for the couple. Do we have any?
I don't think we really do.
That's terrible.
I don't think it is. I think
We have family traditions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've made it about our family.
Yeah. What's your favorite family tradition then?
Everything we do at Christmas together.
I know,
And
Christmas.
our summer bucket
Summer
list.
bucket list. Yeah.
Yep.
Going to like the pumpkin patch every year,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Who's more likely to be the spontaneous one in the relationship?
Me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're a planner.
What's a small gesture that brightens your partner's day? Something small that I do.
Something small you do? Mm-hmm. Random hug.
Aw,
True.
that is.
Yeah. When I'm not the one that opens my arms or I'm not the one that tries to lean in for a kiss and it's you doing it, it makes my whole day.
Aw. Okay, I'll have to remember that.
Because it's not your primary love language. So I know that's an effort for you to do that.
That's so sweet, honey. So you do so many small gestures for me. I don't know if I can pick one. Like you always check with me. Like I'm on my way home. Do you need anything? And if I ever ask you for anything, you're like, yeah. Like you always seem so excited to go get it for me.
I wish text messages had tone. I really did. Because I'll say, you need anything? Nope.
Well, what am I supposed to say?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Or,
usually,
no, we're good
usually
here.
when you're texting me that, I'm like in the middle of making dinner.
I know,
and stuff,
that's what I'm
so I'm
saying.
just like, no,
Yeah.
nope.
I'm like, okay, did she say nope because I'm in trouble?
No,
Did
he
she-
literally asks me every single day. I'm on my way home. Do you need anything?
Yeah, because
You always seem so excited when I give you something to get.
yeah,
I'll get it. Okay.
yeah,
It's cute.
Yeah, well,
What's the challenge? Let's not do that
yeah,
one.
wives deserve to get whatever they want.
What's your partner's favorite holiday and how do you celebrate it together?
Same holiday and we do it together.
Yeah, it is all about family, right?
All about family.
Okay, besides Christmas, what's our favorite holiday?
That's different.
That's what I'm saying. We have a different one. David's is 4th of July,
Yes.
and we celebrate by being
Usually
in the pool,
being near water.
family.
I mean, I don't want to have a church planning meeting here, but did you know next year is America's 250th anniversary?
Oh, wow.
Next year is the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Okay, what's my favorite holiday? Second favorite.
After
Christmas.
Christmas, it's probably Valentine's Day.
Yep. So how do we celebrate it?
We try to go on a date.
Yeah, but to me, like, that's like not my favorite part. I do like it if we get to.
We just try to make it a point to tell people we love that we love them.
Yeah, and like just to me, like the fun things, the little things we do, like getting the kids something, like just the little stuff for me.
Yeah,
I do like dates too.
You do like little Valentine's baskets for them, right?
Yeah. If you could thank your partner for one thing, what would it be?
Saying yes.
It would be the way you take care of us when you lead us.
You're welcome.
What is your partner's guilty pleasure? David, I would say boy bands and ice cream.
Probably. Yours is anything crime, although I don't think you feel guilty at all about it.
Sister wives. I like sister wives.
That you definitely feel guilty about, but you love watching
It's a
car
train
wrecks.
wreck. It's a train wreck.
You love watching it.
What's our favorite movie night snack to share?
Popcorn.
Yeah, you can't have a movie without popcorn.
You can't. Not in the movie theater anyway.
What's a song that brings back fond memories of your early days together?
Tell me how I'm supposed to live with no air.
That song was so popular when we first started dating.
Yeah.
We loved it.
We sang it to each other like
God.
all the time.
So
All the
embarrassing
time.
because that was a hard song
You got
to sing.
you got one?
I'm trying to think. Like, I'm bad with remembering songs. I don't know. So, like, I don't remember us ever having, like, a song that we, danced to. Like, we didn't have a first dance.
I know.
So, I'm not sure.
I was trying to think maybe it's like something country. Because you got me into Little Big Town and you got me into Blake Shelton and things like that. I was wondering if there's maybe a country song that you would think of.
Okay. What milestone are you looking forward to in your future? That's a hard one. Like, what milestone? Like, what does that even mean?
Having zero mortgage payment.
Oh, that would be great.
That's a big one. Reaching 25 years of marriage. That's
25?
That's a big
I was
deal.
going to say 20 is pretty big too.
20 is a big deal, but 25 is your silver. That's a big deal.
Hey, we're not too far from it.
I know, we're 9 years away.
Crazy.
Yeah, so that's a big deal. When the first kid goes to college.
Oh God, I don't want to think about that.
I'm just saying that's a big deal. You raised him correctly.
I'm not looking forward to it though.
Yeah, well,
If you could have a celebrity couple as relationship role models, what would they be? Who would they be? That is hard.
unfortunately, one of them just passed away.
Charlie Kirk.
And Erica.
Yeah, they have a beautiful
They are
relationship.
great. They are great. John and Lisa Bevere.
Oh yeah.
They're great.
They're great.
I don't know anything about Chris Hodges' wife.
What I love about that relationship, from what I can see,
She completes him perfectly.
she is perfectly content to be in the background. There was one church service I was watching, and she came on. Like, he was standing in the back watching like they did like video announcements before it's coming up, and he didn't know it, but she had filmed like a little video, 10, 15 seconds, about something that was coming up. And apparently, like, she doesn't normally do that. She's very much in the background. And it made him so emotional to see her like that.
That's awesome.
And by the time he got to the front, he was like crying. But to me, it gave me like just so much encouragement, because I don't know, I've probably said this before, but in ministry, you don't see that. You don't see that it's okay to be in the background.
Because, well, and unfortunately, a lot of the reason is because the church needs so much help that the wife has to step up and help. If we had,
but what I mean, like, I'm sure she does stuff in the background,
Yeah.
but she doesn't speak beside him.
Right.
And not that I don't ever want to speak beside you. We just said I do.
My granny never preached.
But, and I'm not saying she's the only example, but I think it just encouraged me, because look, here's this very successful couple. And instead of her feeling less than, or him thinking less than of her, they understand each other's strengths so beautifully, and they appreciate each other. And he knew that for her, that was probably uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it was hard for her, but she did it because she loved him. And it was just such a beautiful moment that just really encouraged me. I loved it.
Okay. Let's do like 2 or 3 more.
Okay. If you could, well, I'm not going to do that. What's your partner's favorite season and why?
I think you and I have the same favorite, but I think I think it's maybe a little. I think maybe the time of it is a little bit off, because I want to say yours is mainly fall, but
It is, because I love winter too.
But aren't you like me? We're almost like it's like the middle of fall into the beginning of winter. It's like right.
But see, like, technically, fall is over like December 22nd or something.
Yeah, right before Christmas.
By that time, I'm like, oh, I don't want that. Like, I'm not looking forward to the next season. I'm dreading the one, or I'm missing the one we just left.
Right.
You know, like the whole lead up to Christmas and all that. That's my favorite part. Even more than Christmas Day, the lead up to Christmas, the season,
the whole season of it. Yeah.
So, and you definitely are fall into Christmas and winter.
My favorite 3 months of the year are Thanksgiving through Valentine's Day.
See, I would consider my favorite to be more like October through December. That, because like January, I do not like that.
That's my birthday.
I like your birthday, but I don't like the dreary season. I do like if we get snow, but like that dreary,
everything's dead.
and then like all the holidays pretty much are over, you know,
Yeah.
it's just kind of depressing to me.
Yeah.
What is your favorite, or what is my favorite ice cream flavor? And I'll tell you what yours is.
I don't think you have one, because you don't eat much of it.
Yeah, but
If you had to pick one, it's going to be like Baskin Robbins peanut butter chocolate.
I do like that one. I also love the what was it, like raspberry truffle or whatever?
Oh yeah,
I used to get that all the time.
At the Scoops they had that. I got that for you all the time.
Yours, you go back and forth between a lot of them too. Like, you love anything peanut butter. You love like fudge ripple. You love like cookie dough. Like
Fudge Ripple is probably nostalgically my favorite, because my granny and papa always had that, and so when I was at their house, that's what I'd eat. And the great thing is it's mainly vanilla, but there's enough chocolate in it to break it up, and it's also a good base for other stuff. But yeah, but no, my favorite, if you could only have one ice cream the rest of your life, David, my favorite is my mom's homemade Butterfinger.
Oh, yeah.
And the closest thing to that is Bluebell's Butter Crunch. That's the closest thing to that.
That's good.
It's really good.
What is your partner's favorite type of cuisine?
Mexican.
It is, but you know what? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm starting to.
Don't you change on me?
I love Mexican, but at the same time, like,
Is Chinese sneaking up there?
any kind of like Asian-y thing,
Asian-y thing?
Chinese, Japanese.
Because I don't see you eating a lot of pad thai or, like.
No, and like that's the thing. Like, we eat a lot of Mexican because it's more available here,
Right.
and our kids like it and stuff.
Okay, what's mine?
Italian, barbecue, Southern,
Southern Comfort's number 1.
number 1.
Italian's a close second, and then probably Mexican's number 3. And when I say Southern, barbecue fits into that too. Barbecue is definitely Southern comfort food.
What's a place you visited that holds sentimental value? We can end it on that.
Oh, that's tough. You're going to end on that one?
Oh, I mean, I can pick one more if you want.
Find a good ender.
Okay.
Okay, a place we visit that has sentimental value. Both our childhood homes, of course. Anytime we get to go back to Disney World, we get to become kids again.
Yes.
So that's always great. Probably that. Either Disney World or both our childhood homes.
Yeah, I agree.
That's our sentimental places.
I agree. Okay, we'll end on this one. Where'd it go? What's a personality trait that your partner has that complements yours the most?
Well, I think we kind of already talked about this, but yeah, Jessica she's the perfect support system. She finds all the places I'm weak and tries to help strengthen them. She is very supportive and very patient with me. She is my biggest cheerleader. At the same time, she knows when to switch the gears up and become my partner in that moment. And she does her best to make sure that I am completely freed up to be me and know that when I come home, I'm coming home to a home. Mm-hmm. I'm coming home to a place where daddy's home. I'm so glad you're home. I hope you had a good day. Food will be here. And again, she's not serving me as a slave, making sure the food's on the table by the time I get home. It's nothing it's the thing of David's life is hectic, always changing. Sometimes it's stressful. Sometimes it's not as stressful. Sometimes it's jam-packed. Sometimes it's boring. But no matter what kind of day he's had, this will be the constant in his life. He knows when he comes home, I love him. The kids love him. There will be food. There will be an atmosphere where he can come home and take his shoes off, sit in the chair, and just breathe and recuperate from whatever kind of day he's had. Yeah. And that's always been great to me.
And I love that you let me do that. And it's not something that like you ordered me to do. It's what I wanted to do. That's where I want to be, is at home.
And I constantly tell her when she's like, I'm sorry the house isn't clean. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we have a house, and I'm glad it's not just a house. It feels like home.
And I love that you have the life that you have, where you work hard for us, and you try so hard to make sure we have everything that we need. And we do. Like, we have everything we need. We have everything that we want. And we're so spoiled, and when bad stuff happens, like,
not everything that we want.
That's what I'm saying, though. Yeah. Like, but we have a lot of our wants.
Yes.
And way more than we deserve.
And we worked really hard for them.
We did. But at the same time, like, God has just been so good to us.
Yes.
And we are so spoiled sometimes, like, all the stuff that we've had, the different bills. Like, we just had a rough season with bills, and just, you have like ebbs and flows. They say like everything's happening at once, but you look over and you just see like how much God has blessed us.
Yeah.
And he never is going to stop. And so I'm just so grateful to have you and to have God looking out after us and blessing our marriage and blessing our family. And, I can get bogged down in what's our savings account say and all of these things.
And that's where my faith kicks in and says, Jess, God's got this. We're going to be okay.
I know. And I know, like, because if I know who you are, like, you are going to make sure that we're okay. Mm-hmm. And I know who God is, and he's going to make sure that we're okay.
Yeah.
And
our spiritual gifts complement each other so perfectly, because your top gifts are administration, and I believe, if not compassion,
I don't even know.
I remember what the other one is.
I feel like every time I take it, it's different.
Yeah, but administration is definitely near the top, and you are a great administrator, and you keep our house humming like an engine, and I really appreciate it. And my top are leadership and encouragement and faith. Those have always been my top three, and sometimes they've been in different orders. Encouragement's always been my one or number two, and so I'm always trying to. Just anytime I hear anything negative, my initial thing is to step in and protect it. And either if I try to encourage first, and if it doesn't help, then I'll either try to walk away, or then I have to like step in. And Warrior David steps up and says, "Okay, you want to fight back? I'll cut the head off this thing. No big deal." And I gotta
fight who?
the evil spirit I'm battling in this moment. I don't because I don't want that in my house. But yeah, we find a way to balance each other and help each other, and I love it that when I have a rough day, because as the man, when you have financial stuff, you take it more personally because it's like my whole responsibility as a husband is to try to make sure these kind of conversations don't happen.
Yeah.
And so when they do have to happen, Jessica's the one that steps up and says, we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
We're going to be okay.
That's the thing. Like we are so like it's so funny. Like this isn't just a saying, but when you're down, I'm up. And when I'm down, you're up. Like we do that. Like if one
really
of us feels
that.
down, the other one always is an encouragement.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. Like,
and when we happen to be in the same place up, then that's when we have a baby. Just kidding.
no.
So we've both been up 3 times.
That was so weird. Oh Lord.
kidding.
How do we get there?
I'm just kidding.
No, but it's so true. Like we do balance each other out a lot. Like opposites, we're opposite in a lot of ways, but we're also very similar in a lot of ways. And it does complement each other really well. So very thankful.
I'm thankful for you.
Aw, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, baby. I love you to the moon and back.
I love you, baby.
All right. We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening and or watching this podcast. If you are a listener, make sure you give this podcast a 5-star rating. Leave us a comment and thumbs up it if you're able to do that. Follow it. And if you have a question for us, you can either submit that in the comments. If you have a lengthy question or a voicemail you want to do, please send that to us at married15tolife@mail.com. Again, married15tolife@mail.com. Sweetheart?
If you're watching on YouTube, it definitely helps us out if you will give the video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. Leave us a comment. Hit the bell to be notified when we post new videos and do all of that.
I said 40 minutes. We had 45 minutes of questions.
That's pretty good.
I like it. And we'll definitely do more questions. We have a Q&A episode here coming up, but this has been 50 episodes.
Our podcast premiered exactly a year ago today as we're recording this.
Yeah, we had a year off. We had a week off for sickness, and we had a week off for the Christmas holiday.
I was gonna say, didn't the summer we have a week off?
Maybe we had a break for. Because we did make a we filmed 2 in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've only missed 2. So
that's crazy.
52 weeks,
good.
50 episodes.
That's
not too bad. Not too bad. All for you guys. We love y'all and for us.
We've had fun.
Yeah, we would do this whether or not anybody
We just
listened.
do this without the cameras. Just sit
Yeah,
here.
yeah. We could too. We could. But until next time, everybody, I'm David.
I'm Jess.
I'm the husband.
I'm the wife.
And we have been married.
16 to life.
We love you guys.
Bye. Everybody.